This question is a 12-mark question, which is asking you to use your AO1, AO2 and AO3 skills. So we're looking at a level of knowledge and understanding and analysis and assessment and evaluation throughout your response. So it says, discuss how far sociologists would agree that different ethnic groups have similar experiences in the criminal justice system today. And it's worth 12 marks. So we know in this type of question, we need to explain one side of a debate and then assess it, presenting ideas from the other side of the debate and then assess them. So we're creating a flow of assessment throughout our response. Now, there are a range of things we can say about ethnic groups' experience in terms of the criminal justice system. I'm going to look at some of the responses that we might see from sociology in terms of whether the official statistics around ethnicity in the system are right, and also whether the treatment of certain minority ethnic groups by the police force might have an impact on a different level of experience for each of the groups. So let's get started. In my first paragraph, I'm definitely going to refer to the question. So I'm saying, statistics show that members of ethnic groups who are overrepresented at all stages of the criminal justice system in Britain today. Whilst there may be sociological theory that suggests some groups are placed within a position in society that sees them as being more likely to engage in criminal activity, there are also theories which look at the lack of validity behind these statistics and comment upon the unfair treatment of some minority ethnic groups and their experience of the system, leading to crime statistics that do not explain the true rate of crime. In this first paragraph, I've outlined the argument that I'm going to go with, the debate that I'm going to show. So in my second paragraph, I'm going to get straight into talking about the actions of the police. So I'm saying here, official statistics on police stop and search procedures show that black people are more likely than white people to be stopped and searched by the police. This creates a difference in experience of the criminal justice system from the outset between these groups. The reasons behind this are often debated, with some sociologists suggesting that the cause of the increased levels of stop and search being based on institutional racism in the procedures of the police, and others suggesting a real higher rate of offending amongst black people due to their marginalised position. So I'm outlining the debate here. Again, I'm showing some language from the question. I'm talking about experience. I'm using the term criminal justice system. I'm saying maybe it is there are more stop and searches by the police, but maybe actually we do see more crime amongst the certain groups because of a marginalised position in society, people being placed at a disadvantage. So I'm going to continue by saying that official statistics show black people as being overrepresented in prisons, and this may reflect the way policing is carried out and the targeting of this group. Research into the actions of the police force, including the Macpherson Inquiry, 1999, have found that actions ingrained in the practices of the police force show the force to have embedded institutional racism. Racist police labelling of black people, and also the over-policing of areas heavily populated with minority ethnic groups may be examples of the factors that cause differences in experience between ethnic groups. Now, I need to develop this further. I need to offer an argument against it. So my argument against goes as so. Other sociological theories suggest that the criminal justice system may not be as biased as stated here. Some sociologists see crime amongst certain minority ethnic groups as increased as a result of factors such as racism in wider society, and it creating poverty or deprivation amongst these communities. With certain ethnic groups being marginalised due to their position in society, there may be increased crime amongst these groups in order to obtain material goods, or also as a response to the frustrations that society creates. This suggests that the experiences of the criminal justice system may not be so different, just that certain groups feature more highly within the system due to an actual rate of crime. So here I've got my argument against. the fact that stop and search procedures by the police might be the cause of this different experience, and I'm saying actually maybe the true crime rate is the cause of a different experience. I do now need to conclude. So, in my conclusion, I'm going to say, in conclusion, investigations into the criminal justice system and police practices in particular do show contrasting levels of experience between ethnicities. Despite this, there are a range of possible causes which underpin this, from institutional racism through to a possible real increased rate of crime for certain groups. What I've done is I've shown a debate throughout, as you need to with these 12 markers, outlining one theory and then contrasting it with another. I've used the language of the question throughout, which is really important to make sure that you stay on track. If you can't link back, then you've gone off track, so you need to stay focused and stay on track and use that language throughout, which I've done in this response. And I've tied it back together with a conclusion, again using the language from the question.